Children, we all love traveling to various places. But have you ever wondered the importance of the various means of transport? Let's take a look at the various means of transport.
Where are my toys, Mom?
Which toy?
My cars, yellow bus, and the train that Grandpa presented me on my birthday.
It's in the cupboard.
Why did you keep them there? I was searching for it in my shelf.
But there are other toys in your shelf. Why don't you play with them?
I love these toys the most because I can go to various places using them.
Do you know these toys are the various means of transport?
What do you mean by that?
I'll explain. Transport or transportation is the movement of people and goods from one place to another. The transport system in India comprises a number of distinct modes and services, notably railways, roads, ports, inland water transport, coastal shipping, airports, and airlines. Railways and roads are the dominant means of transport, carrying more than 95% of total traffic generated in the country. The important means of transport are roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. Land transport. Transporting goods and people by road through different means is land transport. There are mainly two types of land transport, namely road and rail transport. Let's take a glimpse at the road transport. Road transport is most important in the Indian economy. It connects most part of the countryside and places than railways. It is the most popular means of transport. Road transport further subdivided into vehicular transport, that is cars, trucks, buses, lorries, auto rickshaws, bullock carts, tongas, hand carts, etc. or non-vehicular transport, animals like camel, dogs, elephants, horse, mules, etc. Roads carry most of the traffic. These are very important for the Indian economy. The Government of India has taken up large projects to build roads. The Golden Quadrilateral is one such project which has been completed. There are many such projects. Buses and other smaller vehicles in roadways support the transportation of people and goods. Roads are also two types, namely surfaced roads and unsurfaced roads. Surfaced roads are made of cement, concrete, or bitumen. Most of the cities and highways are surfaced roads. These are all-weather roads. All important cities have been connected by surfaced roads. These can be constructed where it is not possible to lay railway lines. Leh and Manali roads are the world's highest roads. Unsurfaced roads are simple paths broadened to meet the needs of carts. These are kacha roads with no proper surfaces. These roads also serve the economic purpose in villages and suburban areas. Usually, bullock pull carts with wooden wheels with iron rims. These are very heavy, do not carry much goods, very slow, yet serving the purpose of carrying people and goods in most inefficient way. Bullock-drawn carts are the oldest transportation vehicles. With little changes, it is drawn by camels in Rajasthan. Kacha roads become slush of mud in rainy season, which is almost difficult to be used by carts. These roads are being changed into surfaced roads gradually. Let's now look at the other means of land transport, that is, rail transport. In all countries of the world, all major cities are connected with railways. Indian railway network is the fourth largest in the world after Russia, the United States of America, and Canada. It is ideal to carry passengers in comfort and the goods like coal, petroleum, grains, cement, heavy machinery, etc. There has been continuous effort by the Government of India to improve the rail transport. New tracks have been laid for carrying goods by goods trains and superfast trains to carry passengers. Metro rail is helping people in Delhi and Kolkata for easy and faster transportation. Water transport. Boats, ships, steamers and submarines are included in water transport. India has a long coastline. It has 12 major ports under the central government. There are 186 minor ports being looked after by the state governments. Since sea travel is too slow, ships are used to carry heavy cargoes. Ships are built to carry petroleum, fruits, various metal ores, and goods containers. Small packages and valuables or urgent goods are sent by air. Major Indian ports on the western coasts are Kandla, Mumbai, Marmagua, New Mangalore, and Kochi. All the states on the western coast have at least one major port. Major ports on the southeastern coasts are Tuticorin, Ennore, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Paradeep, and the joint port Kolkata, Haldia. Water transport is cheaper and helps in the promotion of foreign trade. Inland water transport, including rivers and canals, represent an important alternative and environmentally friendly way of transporting goods and people. Rivers have been used as waterways since long. It is convenient, cheaper, and provides interesting journey experience. Inland waterways still serve human traffic at quite a few places for various reasons, but it is widely used to carry cargo. Some important inland waterways are Ganga River between Allahabad and Haldia, covering a distance of about 1,620 kilometers. This waterway is declared as National Waterway Number 1. Big steamers can ply between Allahabad and Patna. Other inland waterways are on rivers Brahmaputra, Godavari, Krishna, and Mahanadi. Inland waterways are finding competition with railways and road transport. Moreover, there is hardly any capital for them, and water in rivers is being diverted to large uses by building dams across them, silting, and untimely floods and drought conditions. There are hardly any development projects undertaken by the government. Air transport includes airplanes and helicopters, which are very fast means of transport. Today, almost all nations of our Earth are interconnected by air transport. However, air transport is more expensive as compared to other means of transport. Air transport is limited to its reach in India. It has to get support from other modes of transport. These days, the air transport is facing overcrowding and tough competition. India is favorably placed on the international route. Indian Airlines is run in the public sector. Jet Airways, Sahara Airlines, Deccan Aviation, SpiceJet, Go Airways, Kingfisher Airlines are run privately. All major cities and many others are connected by air. Though airlines themselves may be running at a loss, but the air transport greatly boosts the economy. Cargo carrying airships do a great job, though costly in comparison to ships or by road transport, they save on time. Helicopters are a very useful part of air transport. These can reach places where neither of the transport is possible. These are hardly used to carry regular passengers, but these are very useful for army, medical services where no other transport is possible or time is too saved, tourism and various surveys. Pawan Hans Helicopter Limited, a public company, serves ONGC for its offshore operations. It is also used by various state governments. So, my dear, there are some important pieces of information that you have to know about transport system in India. I hope you were able to follow the things I mentioned.
Sure, Mom. I never knew that there is so much of information regarding the transport system. It was both interesting and also quite educative. Thank you, Mom. I've started liking my various means of transport toys all the more.
With this, we come to the end of this lesson on means of transport. I'm sure you would find it interesting and informative. Till we meet again, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye, kids.